Listen, it's quite simple. Press the free like button if you would love to see CM Junk as the 5th member of Team Cody Rhodes at War Games at Survivor Series. I feel like, man, that's the perfect place for CM Junk to make his debut with his old company, especially in his hometown. I feel like he would get a huge pop if he was the 5th mystery member of Team Cody Rhodes. Man, look, all you All Elite wrestling fans will be crying when you see CM Junk at Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble. Like I said, man, this is war. Now, soon, we will get Wardlow, Hobbs, Max. We will take all of your top guys who you are underutilizing, and we will push them to the moon here in the World Wrestling Federation. This is war. Now, we got CM Junk back in the fold with his old company, which he should have been all along. But he was a fucking crybaby, but that's not the point. We will take all of your top young stars who you are not using well. Hell, we already got Brian Pillman Jr. about to get a monster push. Something that you failed on. Because All Elite Wrestling sucks. And they don't know how to grow young talent with talent. Like I said, man, this is war. The WWF versus All Elite Wrestling is now official. I can't wait for next Tuesday. Because, dude, I love Edge. Look, man, Edge ain't no draw like a John Cena. Not in this era. Edge don't draw like that. Dynamite will get their ass whooped on Tuesday. I can't wait. Like I said, man, this is war. We struck first. Now, Phil Brooks is coming back to the World Wrestling Federation to right all the wrongs that he did. This is great stuff. Look, man, Edge ain't gonna draw shit on Tuesday. Nobody cares about Edge versus Lucha fucking Saurus. Are you insane? The fuck? Like I said, this ain't a war like WCW and the WWF. But look, this is war in this era. Soon, we will take away Ricky Starks. Soon, we will take away Darby Allin. All those guys that I mentioned are Cody Rhodes guys. That's his goal. His goal is to bring back all the Cody Rhodes guys to the World Wrestling Federation. That's his plan. That's his goal. He already brought back Jade Cargill. You see, this is what I hate. I hate when I tell people about something and I always turn out to be right. It's like, I never get credit for it. It's like every time I make a video saying this is what happened, this is going to happen, and then it does happen, people never come back to my channel to tell me that I'm right. That's what I fucking hate. I made damn near 5, 6 back-to-back videos about why CM Junk will come back to the World Wrestling Federation. Tons of these idiots were telling me he's not coming back. He will never come back. Now I'm seeing reports saying, yes, he's in talks right now as we speak to come back. Where is my credit? Where is my respect? I was the only guy making content telling you the moment he choked out Jack Perry, I said, he's coming back to the World Wrestling Federation. Where's my credit? I hate when people do that shit. If I'm wrong about something, yeah, then people want to come back and tell me that I was wrong about something, but I'm never wrong about something. I was right about Trick Money Williams. Months ago, I said this guy is going to be a star based on his look and his size and his charisma. Now, months later, he beat fucking Dominic. Look, I don't care how long he held that belt. Now, it's on his resume. He was a champion. Then, I was right about CM Junk. Then, I was right about Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Then, I was right about why Cody Rhodes will be the guy to beat Roman Reigns, which is a fact. I was right about Edge. I was the only guy that made a video saying, why did Edge leave his old company for a new company? I said because SmackDown is a trash show and he had no more opponents to put over. He had nobody else that was worthy enough to work with at his level. And then now he actually confirms it. He said he left because he wanted to work with fresh, new opponents. Didn't I say that? So days later, Edge says, I wanted to work with fresh, new opponents. Didn't I say that? I said he left SmackDown because he had no more opponents left. There was nobody worthy on his level. He ran out of opponents. So days later, he says, I left because I wanted to work with fresh, new opponents like a Omega or fucking Daniel Bryan or Starks or Hobbs. He wanted new, fresh opponents. Didn't I say that? So I'm right once again, but where's my credit? People never give me credit for what I say. They want to take it as their credit. I'm like, nah, bro, I got proof. I got videos. Nobody was saying CM Junk was coming back to the World Wrestling Federation. I said, this guy got fired on purpose, just so he can go back to his old company. I said the moment he choked out Jack Perry, he was gone. Now he's back. Now it's a matter of when he will make his first appearance. I'm hearing he is coming back to Survivor Series, which he should. I feel like that would be a great place for him because I heard it's in his hometown, and I think they might do War Games. He might be the 5th mystery opponent. He might be on Team Cody Rhodes. I feel like that actually does make sense. That would be a crazy ass pop if he were to come out as Cody Rhodes' 5th mystery opponent. But I knew this guy was coming back. It's like the moment they signed with Endeavor, I said, yes, this guy is coming back because Endeavor loves CM Junk. Endeavor is the UFC. So of course, they want to bring him back. And right on schedule, he's coming back. I'm seeing tons of reports saying he's in talks right now as we speak to come back. But I thought it was a burned bridge, right? Didn't I make a video saying he's not worse than Bret Hart? He's not worse than the Ultimate Warrior. He didn't punch out Vince McMahon. He didn't spit in Vince McMahon's face like Bret Hart did, and Bret Hart came back. I'm like, bro, they always come back. CM Junk, he was not that bad like Bret Hart. CM Junk didn't punch out Vince McMahon. It was more of a CM Junk problem, more so than a Vince problem. So I knew eventually, yeah, he was going to come back. But nobody called it. I'm like, where else is he going to go? He's not going to Impact. He's not going to Ring of Honor. He's not going to fucking New Japan. So where else is he going? This was a foregone conclusion that I was trying to put you on game on. I said last month, he is coming back. But people said I was lying. Now people are making videos now. Okay, bitch, you are late. I was 2 days ahead of everybody the moment he was fired from All Elite Wrestling. I said this was a plan all along. He wanted to get fired so he could go back. I said, look, he almost left last year. He was going to work with Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 39. But he made a deal with Con Man and he was giving his own show. So he came back. But he was close to leaving last year. So I knew once he was on the outs, he was going to want to get fired on purpose. Once that locker room started to piss him off, I knew, okay, this guy is going to want to get fired on purpose just so he could leave. Like, for example, months ago, I said that the bloodline will be stale. It will be boring once Jey Uso leaves. Now, months later, people are piggybacking everything that I said months ago that I got flamed for. People thought I was a hater. Now, months later, you marks are saying the same thing I'm saying. But I ask you once again, where's my credit? It's like, I hate that bullshit, man. You only want to come back if I'm wrong about something, but you never want to come back if I'm right about something. I hate that bullshit. I was right about how boring Roman Reigns is. I was right about how boring the bloodline is without Jey Uso. Jey was a straw that stirred the fucking drink. Now, that faction is fucking boring without Jey. Nobody cares about the bloodline. Nobody cares about Roman Reigns. Nobody cares. I don't give a fuck what you say. Nobody cares about that group. The fucking numbers say it. Nobody cares. But I was the first one bold enough to say it. See, that's what I hate. But to get back to CM Junk, I think he might have a good run with the WWF once again. I feel like they do need him to stir things up. I feel like he will be perfect for a SmackDown. Not a Raw, but a SmackDown. He's perfect for fucking SmackDown. SmackDown needs him badly. That's a bad show. If it gets to a point where you gotta bring back John Cena, the actor, then what does that tell you? That's not good. It's like, why does John Cena keep on having to save Roman Reigns from being boring? See, by your logic, right? If the bloodline is not boring, then why is John Cena back? Right? If Jimmy ain't boring, how come John is back? Why does he keep coming back if that show ain't boring? He's a part-time legend. Why does he keep coming back if Roman Reigns is that guy? If he's a big draw, he must not be a big draw if they keep having to bring back John Cena. And here is the thing. You can't blame Vince. See, everybody always wants to blame Vince for always bringing back part-timers. Well, Vince is gone. Vince, he ain't running a damn thing. It's all Triple H now. So Triple H is doing everything that Vince was doing, but he never gets flamed for it. That's what I hate. It's like now Triple H is now becoming Vince McMahon in terms of now he has to rely on part-timer John Cena. I'm like, man, y'all gotta leave John alone, man. Let him be the fucking peacemaker. It's like, man, let him do his own thing, man. Why does he have to keep coming back to save Roman Reigns from being boring? It's like, I don't get it. But where do I see CM Punk on the card? I see him being an upper mid-card guy like an Edge. I think he should have an Edge like schedule. I bet you are wondering, why are they hyping up fucking NXT now, right? People are saying, why are they hyping up NXT? It's because of CM Punk. The moment Shawn Michaels said he wants CM Punk in NXT, the moment he said that, that's when they started to bring in main roster talent to make people get used to main roster talent being on the show. Because CM Punk will be in NXT. That's why Shawn Michaels said it. That's why we're seeing all these main roster guys in NXT. So when we see CM Punk there, we won't be shocked. So that's why we are seeing Rhodes, Cena, Asuka. That's why we are seeing all these main roster guys on NXT now. So we can be prepared for CM Punk. That's why they are trying to hype up the new NXT as a big deal. So I think CM Punk might have a better run than his All Elite Wrestling run. Based on the fact that I think this guy will be part-time, as he should. He should not be full-time. He is a sensitive, brittle guy. He has a very weak body. He needs to be part-time. He cannot handle the pounding of being full-time. That dude, he needs to be part-time. So, but the dream match is Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. We have to get that match. I don't know when, but we have to get that match. Maybe next summer. Maybe next summer, but we need to get that match. Because I feel like that match might be more intriguing than Rock and Roman Reigns. Because I think CM Punk has a better story with Roman Reigns that relates to reality. I feel like Rock and Roman is kind of forced. This will feel organic because these dudes do not like each other. So that makes sense. But I'm hearing people saying, well, CM Punk has to make amends with Roman Reigns. No, he does not. Roman Reigns said in an interview he wouldn't mind working with CM Punk because he said that he's all about business. So no, CM Punk does not have to make amends with Roman fucking Reigns. I'm like, huh? That's dumb. Roman would work with everybody and anybody. He is a businessman. That's what he said in an interview about CM Punk. He said, yes, he would work with him. If he was forced to, yes, he would work with him because he is a businessman. CM Punk, he's good for business. I don't care what you say, he is. I don't care if you don't like him or you do like him. He is good for business on social media and in the headlines. He is a name attraction. Okay, is he toxic? I'm kind of borderline on that. Because to my knowledge, he was not toxic when he was with the World Wrestling Federation. He was more so at the Bret Hart level of his backstage antics. Look, was he toxic with All Elite Wrestling? I just feel like when it came to the Bucks and Paige and the Elite, I just felt like they were jealous. They were jealous because he was a shiny new toy that had tons of power, more power than them. So I feel like they were jealous. They were jealous because he was more over and he had more power than them. So do I think he was toxic? No. I I don't think he was that toxic to a point where he was more toxic than the fucking Bucks. Those guys are fucking toxic as shit. It just feels like it was a bad mix of egos. CM Junk has a huge ego. The Elite got bigger egos. I just feel like that was about jealousy. Because, to my knowledge, CM Junk was cool with most of the roster, all except people who were friends with the Elite. That's the difference. That's why he fought Jack Perry. Because Jack Perry is cool with the Elite. But CM Junk was not fighting Hobbs. He was not fighting Starks. He was not fighting Juice Robinson. Right? He was not fighting Jay White. He was not fighting Big Cass. See what I'm saying? Listen, he was only fighting guys that were friends with the Bucks and the Elite. That's the only people that had issues with CM Junk on their roster. Now, let's talk about CM Junk in NXT. Like, honestly, I think CM Junk wants to go there. I don't think CM Junk will be full-time on NXT, but that show does make sense to his character in terms of he does want to put over young talent, and I feel like I do see him going down to NXT to work with the young talent. I feel like, yeah, okay, that does make sense. But I think his two shows will be SmackDown and NXT. I would love to see him on NXT to fight Bron Breakker. Man, that will put over Bron Breakker big time if he was in the same ring with a CM Junk. So I feel like his second run will be better than his run with All Elite Wrestling, because they would know how to book him. Don't book him as a full-timer. He is a part-timer. He is very prone to injuries, so he has to be part-time. So I feel like, man, he has tons of opponents. He has Rhodes, he has Jay, Jimmy, he has Gunther, Vadim, Jalal, he has Lashley. I'm wondering, will they book AJ Styles versus CM Junk? See, that is a second dream match that we don't know about, because AJ Styles does not like CM Junk. I mean, he hates that guy. So I would love to see that match. Remember, CM Junk called AJ Styles racist. So that is a dream match. So I'm wondering, will they book AJ versus CM Junk? So I'm telling you, man, he has tons of opponents left. Who else? He has fucking Sami Zayn. He has KO. CM Junk and KO, they have a story. Fucking Kevin Owens can say, hey, I fought Stone Cold and you didn't. So they got tons of story. I think next year we might get Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Junk at WrestleMania. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like, you know what? Why not? They should make that match. I say, why not? So, like I said, I like the idea of CM Junk being back with the World Wrestling Federation, because they will know how to book him. They will not overexpose him like he was in All Elite Wrestling. They will keep him as a special attraction. That's where he failed with All Elite Wrestling. He was a full-time guy. So, like, eventually, we got tired of seeing him. So, Triple H is going to book him as a part-time guy, like an Edge. So, I feel like he has tons of upside, making a comeback. I do see him being with Team Cody Rhodes at War Games. Man, I can't wait to see that. Listen, I don't care if you hate CM Junk or you like him. He does draw eyes. He does draw tons of attention that bodes well for guys like me. Okay, should he be a world champion when he does come back to the World Wrestling Federation? I would say maybe on Raw. I wouldn't mind if he was to beat Seth Rollins. He should be that world champion, but he should never be the WWE champion. Hell no. No, he would not beat Roman Reigns. So don't say that bullshit. But it wouldn't hurt if he was a world champion on Raw. If he was that world champion. The same title that Seth freaky Rollins has. That title, okay, I don't care about that belt. But the main title, hell no. No fucking way. But I would love to see Seth Rollins versus CM Junk. You see, he has tons of fresh matchups with the World Wrestling Federation. Like I said, Gunther, Seth, Shinsuke. Why not book Shinsuke versus CM Junk? Now, do you see my point? He has tons of fresh matchups. Ciampa versus CM Junk. LA Copyright versus CM Junk. So I'm seeing tons of upside with this guy. You can book Solo versus CM Junk. Like, there's like tons of fresh matchups. Austin Theory, CM Junk. Grayson Waller versus Phil Brooks. Man, the fucking Miz versus CM Junk. Like I said, you can book the Miz. Like I said, the Miz and CM Junk got tons of story that they can tell. So what I'm saying is, this guy has better upside with the World Wrestling Federation over Dynamite any day of the fucking week. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm done.